Serial Experiments Lain, episode 6. Of course, you guys know what to do. I'm gonna start the episode in 3, 2, 1, play. The day, present time. Ah ha 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 ha. I'm gonna keep doing this for the rest of the series. It's the only way that I can keep sane. I wanted to make a really bad joke. That was kind of like a pun between like sane and lane, but I stopped myself. This show, man. Imagine showing this to somebody who's like getting into anime. This is how you this is how you make them think that you're a weirdo. Just show them this show. And like, of course, I'm not bashing on any of you Serial Experiments Lain fans. I'm just saying, as a Monogatari fan myself, I understand. There are just some shows that you can't recommend to others. Or, more specifically, certain people. I am expecting Lane to become this, like, godlike entity that is living within the Wired by the end of the show. Either that or she dies somehow. I am not expecting some sort of happy ending. I don't think that's what this anime is about. I don't know if the sister is gone, too. I still don't really understand what happened last episode. Even the smallest voice can be heard. Isn't this just Twitter? Again. Kids. Is this maybe from the parents' point of view? I wouldn't mind knowing more about them and what they think of what's going on. The mother's really weird too. But the father seems to know more than he's letting on. Either that or I'm not really understanding the nuances of what the father's trying to do here. Water? What is this? How did you get the money for all of this? She has water cooling? Yeah, what? This is not normal behavior, sir. The fact that you let it get to this point is kind of disturbing. Coma? Is this her talking in like an online chat room? I mean... Oh. That's who she's talking to. I wonder if the knights are based off of any, like, real-world group. I'd have to assume that they're based off Anonymous, but could be something else that I don't know of. Or maybe I'm reading into that incorrectly. I could I could add that after everything that I say about the show. Is he, like, worshipping the power lines? Is that what he's doing? He's gone, and so is the electric hum. Was he ever there to begin with? It's hard to know. To your old self? That's true. Through the wired? I don't think that's... Yeah. I don't think it's a valid... replacement for, like, actual human connection. Because, like, certainly it does connect more people with each other. But having that as your only means of communication is... I don't think that's healthy. Even for somebody who doesn't touch grass like me. Even I realize that. Oh, it's that kid again. He's doing... I just realized. Isn't that the Solaire pose? Praise the sun. Sees the kid again. Praise the sun. What do you see? Okay, this most certainly isn't actually happening. Oh, it's you! Sotomate. Wait, does it is... Can you see it? Wait, even you can see it? What does any of this mean? Is that the version of her that's, like, in the Wired? And because the two worlds are merging together, that it's able to appear here physically? Or at least show a representation of itself here? What happened to the sister? Is she lifeless now? What in the world, man? What happened? After that one time where she was like looking at Lane, and then all of a sudden, it's kind of like she got thrown out of her own body. And her soul ended up disappearing. Imagine the electric bill in this house. Where are we? A long path? Only manage ears? So they can't actually say anything in here? Who is that? Child killer scientist? Nani? Why are we going after him? Does he know something about what's going on? The way he said kids, that's not a word? It's like an acronym for something? Also, I should add that we threw in like another Alice in Wonderland kind of reference into another show. Did we go to visit him, or are we visiting like some sort of backup data of the guy? Relax here until my body rots in the real world. So this is in the Wired, and this is like his consciousness that exists within the Wired. Okay. Why would he do that for you? I'm sure these are all references to actual things that happened. Or at the very least, the names are a reference to something. Psychological. Actually, did Kojima watch Serial Experiments Lain? I don't want to spoil Metal Gear in case any of you guys don't know, but I think I know something from Metal Gear that is very similar to this. But somebody put it back together. Then yeah, anybody who could get access to it. What if it's the Knights? He doesn't know. Wait a minute, didn't the Knights mention something like this? I think a few episodes ago they were talking about something similar. Or I could be bugging out. I mean, Lane herself kind of appeared as like a god in the sky just a few minutes earlier in the episode, so. The sweet release of death. Lane standing here, right in the crossroads. Where will she go? Yeah, thought so. It had to be, right? They're pretty much the only other group that we know of that is like powerful enough or good enough to get that information and actually build it and improve upon it. Lane called out quite a few people here. Those guys are back here again. Now what? We're gonna hurt them again? Why do they have these lasers on their glasses? What is that supposed to represent? What function does it have apart from revealing that you guys are spying on somebody? You're gonna do the same trick that you did last time, Lane? This time we're actually gonna talk? Please give me more info. Yeah. I think so, at the very least. Oh, what? Did the system overload? Parasite bomb? And who's they that you're referring to? What is your objective? Aw, you guys are dumb. If they're the knights, then who's the other force that is working here? A parasite bomb. Did they come here to warn Lane, or were they came out here to stand awkwardly in front of her house? What is going on? With this episode, it could potentially be the introduction of a separate group who's working maybe against Lane and against the Knights. They're just a third party who are maybe doing it just for the heck of it? I mean, it is the internet. I don't really expect anybody that you meet on the internet to have any sort of like responsibility for their actions. It's kind of what comes with being anonymous on the internet. I don't want to say exactly what it is, but with the kid system that the doctor created, I think there is something very similar in Metal Gear. So let me know if you guys know whether like Kojima actually watched Lane or not, or if he was inspired by it. Because I do know that Kojima was inspired by a lot of like American films and whatnot. But yeah, this seems pretty on the nose. I don't know. With Lane also appearing in the sky like that, I guess it was due to the powers of the kids that were like doing the praise the sun move out there in the open. I suspect that Lane is this god that people are referring to that lives within the Wired, but it's like, oh, the Wired version of herself. Or maybe it's just appears as her for whatever reason. I don't know. Still need more answers on that and whether such a being actually exists or it's simply just a concept that was created, because that could also be a possibility. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.